Mind on my money, money on my mind. Fantasy Football Network. It is Dynasty content year round. Pow, pow. It's the MattyDaddy. Talking trades, talking player values, rankings. And today we're talking which Dynasty running backs you should be buying for your team. I'm going to go through some veterans, some young bloods, and anything and everything, guys. These are three guys you need on your team while the value's low. I think next year could be a big year for all three of these guys. Let's start off with Saquon ACL injury. Everybody's dumping on this guy, saying this guy doesn't have the talent. Well, in Dynasty, we know talent and situation is king. Situation hasn't been good. We saw Jason Jarrett, Joe Judge. This whole offense has been awful. But we get Brian DeBoer from the Bills, that offensive coordinator who had so much options, so much opportunity with Buffalo to turn that team around. And you look at how much risk you're taking into with this guy. We're looking at Aaron Jones. We're looking at Zeke. Some of these other guys, Chubb, that have taken this wear and tear on their body with the thousands of carries over the last 3 years. Now's the time to go get this guy. Giants got pick 5. They have draft capital, and that O-line will improve. To me, you look at the yards per carry the last couple of years. 2021, 3.6 yards per carry. 12 games. But 2020, he had that ACL injury. They always say it takes a good year to recover. But you look before that injury, 4.6 yards per carry. The year before that, 5 yards per carry. I think this guy has a line where they're going to make sure they maximize Saquon Barkley's value, upside, and anything. And hey, if he gets traded, whoa, only 25, guys. Take advantage of the dip. Go get you some Saquon Barkley. Fantasy Football Network with the MattyDaddy. If you haven't seen buys, you better stay tuned because we are going to keep rolling with the good times. Oh, my favorite flavor, J.K. Dobbins. Guys, injured last year, training camp, big injury. We saw him, Gus Bus, go down. Then we saw these other running backs prove. Devontae Freeman, Tyson Williams, anybody and everybody. Mark Ingram back in the day. Anybody can run in this offense. We saw what happened last year with Lamar, the injuries. Dobbins, week 13 on of his rookie year, 6 yards per carry. He was playing on an elite level. Now is the time to go get Dobbins. We've already seen his value start to spike, start to climb. I think this guy's the total package. When he came out of Ohio State, I was telling everybody, I'm all in on this guy. So what are we paying for Dobbins? I'm willing to give up a first and a second, guys. I think he's that good. We just saw Breece Hall in the combine, how hyped people are for that 101 because of that 102. Dobbins, he's probably going around the 103, 104. So now's the time. If you're the 101 owner, now's time maybe you wait a little bit. But go get Dobbins. Go get a late first. Do something, make some magic. Because Dobbins is another one of those running backs you're going to want on your team. If you've got an Aaron Jones, you've got a Kamara, a Zeke, an older running back, throw in a second with those guys, go get Dobbins. All I'm saying, this time next year, you won't be able to get him. Trust me, with that rushing volume of that offense, how many yards they run for, everything like that. They passed a little more last year, but when you have all your weapons down, that's highly unlikely to keep happening. We've seen anybody and everybody have success in the run game. And now how I kind of crapped on San Francisco, Baltimore leans on a running back. Big difference. When you have J.K. Dobbins, a special talent like he is, you go get him. So I'm all in on Mr. Dobbins because he is the truth. Speaking of truth, have you heard the Carter? The Carter, baby. Michael Carter. Another one guy going around RB 21 to 28. What have we seen this guy? He's sizzled. He had a 30-point game against Cincinnati. Week 8, we saw when this guy got over 10 carries, this guy went bonkers. Double-digit points. The LaFleur run scheme in that offensive line is only getting better, baby. You see him with the draft capital. We see him with the salary cap. This team's going to improve. Wilson's going to get better at the quarterback position. And Carter can do it all, whether it's the run game, the receiving game. Hey, they bring in a Melvin Gordon. You're still going to have Michael Carter as an RB2. Almost a lock in all formats. To me, I'm going to get this guy. I'm running. I'm not walking. I'm not strutting. I'm sprinting to get Michael Carter on my dynasty teams. I think he's valued as a late RB2. What does that get in draft capital? A lot of people are scared of this guy. So if I can get him for a late first, I'm going to do it. But Matty, I can get Walker. Then get Walker. But Michael Carter, I'm telling you right now, the Jets are only going to improve with a healthy Elijah Moore. Maybe they bring in a tight end. And like I said, they have 2 run block offensive linemen that are maulers. And with a top 5 draft pick, guys, over. Just trust me. $44 million in cap room. Michael Carter on my dynasty team and yours. 3 running backs to buy. Buy them all day. Fantasy Football Network, always bringing the heat, telling you what to do. Dynasty format, that's what I'm here for. Content year-round. MattyDaddy, big props to who you're listening. Subscribe, like, leave a review. Fantasy Football Network, all the yum-yums, all the gaga, all the great fantasy football content. Make sure you check out Plugged In with Jay. Make sure you pick up Kyle, Corey Dozier, hitting it hard, hitting it fast with their show. You've got so many more. You've got 7 o'clock. You've got the JB show. Everything in JB show. Excuse me. Constantly talking too fast. It's MattyDaddy. Fantasy Football Network. Always and forever. Dynasty content, baby. Woo!